Yo people, how's it going? It's your boy Richard Morse back at it again with another video, and this time it's the 2025-2026 Premier League table predictions. So yeah, I'm going to be looking at all the 20 clubs including AFC Bournemouth, and I'm going to see where I think every team is going to finish at the end of this coming season. And it's going to be Premier League champions, Champions League spaces, Europa League space, Conference League spaces, mid-table places, and teams that are going to get relegated. So yeah, we're going to go alphabetical order. We're going to start with Arsenal all the way down to Wolves. And yeah, let's see how we do. Alright, first one up is Arsenal. So, where do we see this one going? Arsenal, for me, I think it's going to be a Champions League space. Personally, I think they'll come third. I think that's with the signings they're making, I don't think they're going to have enough in the squad to win the league. It could be another second again, but I think personally it would be third this coming season. Aston Villa. They're in the Champions League, but I've got a bad feeling it's going to be one of those where the Champions League is going to take its toll on them, so I feel they might drop down to Europa League. So I'm going to go over the Europa League spot. Alright, the one that everyone's been wanting me to do, Bournemouth. Where do we think Bournemouth are going to end up? Now, obviously, with the players we've lost this summer transfer window, and right now we haven't really we've made one signing, which is the left back, but we still got loads more signings to make, and we don't know if those signings are going to be good enough replacements for the team players that we're losing. So, I know we were close to getting European football, but we bolted it towards the end of the season last year. Like, do I see us getting European football this coming season? To be brutally honest, lads, not really. I think we'll be mid-table. I don't see us getting European football. I might be wrong. I'd love us to get European football, but based on the way this summer transfer window is going, it's not looking likely, lads, unfortunately. Brentford. I mean, they've lost Thomas Frank to Tottenham. They're going to lose Mbeumo to Man United. Like, they're just getting... I think they'll be mid-table as well. They're not really going to really push for European football. I can't see it. Brighton... Yeah, I think Brighton will be the same, to be honest. I can't see Brighton pushing for European football. And they're not bad enough to get relegated, so I think that's going to be sort of their ceiling. We're all going to be on that sort of similar boat. Bournemouth, Brighton, Brentford. Those are the kind of teams where we're not good enough to get into Europe, but we're not bad enough to get relegated. So we'll be stuck in that sort of mid-table purgatory, pretty much. Burnley. A part of me wants to put Burnley higher, because I feel like out of the three that have come up, Burnley are probably the most likely to stay up, because they're quite defensively strong. But it just feels like it's going to be another season where the three that come up are going to go straight back down again. So I'm going to have to put them in relegation zone, unfortunately. Chelsea. I think Chelsea, if they get the right signings in, they can definitely push for top four. But whether or not they can challenge for the title is another story. So I'm going to go top four, Champions League. Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace. I'm not sure where to put this one. I do feel like with the Europa League, I think it's going to affect their Premier League chances in the table. So I'm going to go mid-table. I think that, because, you know, they usually end up in mid-table. So I'm not going to be too surprised if they don't get any higher. Everton. Now, Everton are similar to... They're one of those teams where they're always skirting around the relegation zone, but they never go down. They get them close a few times, but always find a way to survive. So they'll be mid-table again. I just feel like with the three coming up, that'll keep them up for another season. Fulham are always mid-table. They never really do anything, to be honest. So I can keep Fulham where they are. Leeds, I think, are similar to Burnley. They could possibly stay up, but it's not looking likely. So I'm going to play it safe and put them in the relegation zone. Liverpool. I mean, with the signings they've made, Frimpong, Kirkes, which I'm still a bit salty about, as you can probably tell. But, I mean, if they somehow get Isak as well, just forget about the league, guys. The league's done. If they get Isak, then you might as well just hand them the title on the first day, honestly. So yeah, I'm going to go champions, probably Liverpool. They're the odds-on favourite to retain it, let's be honest. Okay. Manchester City. I think they'll come second, I think, Manchester City. I feel like with the signings they've made, they're not like superstar signings, but they'll be good enough signings to push Liverpool for a title charge. I think if there's anyone that's going to give Liverpool a title charge this season, it's going to be Man City. You can argue maybe Arsenal, but Arsenal weren't really much of a threat to them last season. I don't see that changing again. So yeah, I think if any of the top 4 are really going to push Liverpool for the title, it'll be Man City. Just based on historically, they were always their biggest rival in terms of the title the last couple of years. And if anybody knows how to come back from losing a league title, it's Man City. So I'm going to go top 4 for that one. United. I feel like with Mbeumo going to United, if they can get Gyökeres or Sesko or a striker, and really revamp their whole squad, they could possibly make it top 4, possibly top 6. I mean, after the last season, anything's got to be better than what they had. So, I'm gonna go, but then I don't know. I feel like it's still gonna be like another season or two before they really get back to that top 4 challenging for the title. I think so. I feel it's gonna be. I really don't know. I really don't know with Man United. This is a hard one. It's going to be the same thing with Tottenham. I'm not quite sure what to do with these two. You could say mid-table again, but I don't know. I'm going to say... Oh, screw it. Mid-table. I think it'll be mid-table, but like I said, it's going to be another season or two before they really get back into European spots, I feel. Like, maybe this time next year, I'd be saying maybe push for a Europa League spot, but I feel like they've still got a long way to go with the signings and just the squad and maybe a new manager, to be brutally honest. Newcastle. I feel like with Newcastle, they'll be in the Europa League next season. I just feel like with the strength in the squad depth of Man City, Chelsea and Arsenal, I feel like Newcastle will struggle to get into that top 4 spot. So I think it'll be another Europa League run for Newcastle. Forest. I feel like Forest... I feel like Forest will have a similar season to last season where they were close to getting European football, but they'll fall away at the final hurdles. So I feel like it'll be another one for them. Sunderland, I'm going to go relegation. I just feel like it's going to be, like I said, another season of the top 3 that come up from the Championship, they're going to go straight back down. So it just is what it is. Which is just saying, because we'll lose the Newcastle-Sunderland derby. We'll have it for one season and it'll go away again, but it is what it is. Conference League, I think that is probably the best spot for Tottenham. I feel like Tottenham, with Thomas Frank coming in, you're not quite sure how it's going to go. I know they won the Europa League, but they also lost 21 games last season in the Premier League. So I think it'll be easier for them to go to the Conference League. But, we'll see how it goes. 'Cause they are playing in the Champions League, but, I don't know whether the European run is going to affect their performances again. It could be another case of they lose, 20 games. You just never know with Tottenham. West Ham, I think they're going to be mid-table. They're going to be similar to Everton. They're just around the relegation line, but they won't go down, unfortunately. And Wolves, similar to West Ham and Everton, they'll be around the sort of relegation edge of the line, but they'll just be above the 3 that came up, so they won't go down. And yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, that is my predictions for the 2025-2026 Premier League table. And yeah, please leave a like, share, and subscribe down below if you're new to the channel. Also, comment down below if you think I've made any mistakes, if you think I need to change some around, and just give me your own personal opinion. Put down your own list if you want to, and let's have a little debate. Let's have a bit more discussion in this community. And yeah, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching my video. I've been your boy, Richard Morse. Up the cherries. Hopefully we have a good season coming soon. And yeah, I can't wait to get back into it, whether the watch-alongs, the match day vlogs, pre-match, post-match reactions. I can't wait, lads. I just can't wait. It's the 24th of June. We still got a long way to go. I know we got the Club World Cup and all that. I'm not watching that crap, to be honest. No one's watching that. And obviously we've got the pre-season coming up. I'm looking forward to seeing who we bring in and how they do in the pre-season. And yeah, on the note, ladies and gentlemen, I'll catch you in the next one. See you later.